Today on Saints Net we're talking to Jimmy Gray following the Saints' first Conference South victory of the season. It didn't look like it was going to quite go that way, Jim. 55 minutes when we went 2-0 down.
No, I felt we were always in the game. I thought first half we played some really good stuff as well, and I think it was a bit of a sucker punch to go in 1-0 down just before half time, and we just tried to keep the lads' heads up and keep doing what we were doing, and we knew that we would create chances because we created quite a few in the first half, albeit plenty of half chances. But to go 2-0 down, you start thinking, oh god, this league's going to be like that, because to be fair to the two goals they scored were great goals, but really only two chances that they had and they scored from. But that's the level. I mean, if these lads get the chances, then they're going to score. But likewise, down the other end, we had a few chances and we took ours tonight. Individual goals, and the second goal for me was epitomised what we try and work on week in, week out in training, and try and get the boys to play. Great little one-touch football around the edge of the box and a great finish from Johnny. So yeah, just pretty relieved that we actually got the reaction that we asked for from Saturday, because Saturday, I've gone on record, thought we were poor. I knew we could play a lot better, and tonight I think we sort of found our way a little bit and got the 3 points that are massive for us, because obviously not taking anything out of Hayes and Yedding home game. Tonight was a valuable 3 points for us.
I thought first half was a good response from Saturday. We looked a lot sharper, although going in 0-0 at half time probably would have been fair, because neither keeper has seriously been stretched. But then that guy got that incredible strike on half time. That must have hit the players a bit going into that at half time to that goal.
Yeah, well, I think we thought that the lad was offside, but the lad that was standing offside didn't go towards the ball, and I think it was 11 ran across the pitch, and to be like I say, it was an absolute wonder goal. He's hit it on the turn on the full volley, and it's gone straight across Welshie straight into the side netting. Yeah, well, I think that I said at half time, we fell asleep for 5 seconds in that half, because I thought each to a man we were alert, and we were sharp, and we were the ones trying to force the issue. And at this level, falling asleep 9 times out of 10 is going to cost you a goal, because the strikers I thought that they had on the pitch tonight, I thought they were pretty good. You know, they had a handful, and the 9 that scores all the goals, Steer Panis, we managed to keep him quite quiet tonight, but he still looked quite dangerous. So we know the level, we know what we're up against. It's going to be one of them. We're not going to get carried away with tonight's performance. Tonight's performance was good. Like you say, we started sharp, we got in amongst it, we passed the ball a lot better than we did Saturday, but the pitch probably helped. It was a little bit shorter than ours, I think, tonight, and the rain just beforehand really slicked it up so we could get the ball around. But like I say, we weren't going to get too carried away on Saturday with a defeat, and we won't get too carried away with tonight. We've played 2 games and we've got 3 points, and we go into Farnborough with plenty of confidence now, whereas tonight we're coming here thinking, what's it going to be like, what kind of performance are we going to turn out? But I'm really pleased, and the boys did a proper shift tonight, and I just said in there after the game, you see what can be achieved when you first and foremost work as hard as the team you're playing against. We've got quality players in our team, we know that, and some of the goals tonight, I'm sure the fans could see the quality we've got.
You mentioned the pitch. I don't think we see a better one all season. It's quite superb. And before the game, we had an absolute cloudburst for those of you who weren't here. When we got our first goal, Jim, it's 2 minutes after they went 2-0 up. Steve Wells pulled us back into it, and we said up in the stand, we're not going to lose this. The whole spirit changed. We looked as though we got another yard quicker, and we were going to turn it around quickly. In 3 goals in 10 minutes, we did. Yeah,
well, it's one of them, because stood on the sides, we're thinking, obviously Graham was in the stand tonight watching from a different vantage point, but myself and Harry were thinking, do we tell the boys to relax a little bit, because we had a 10-minute spell where we were just like animals. We got amongst it, we went mad and ballistic, and we're thinking, we're going to get a sucker punch here, but it was sort of one of them things, you know, do we try and calm them down, or do we actually go for them, because I felt they were on the back foot, and after the goal that they scored, and then like I say, for us to come back so quick, that 10-minute spell took it away from them. But we need to work on that 10-minute spell and try and do that for 20, 30, 40 minutes. And if we can, then we're going to be a real handful, because we play with a good tempo, we've got some good players, good touch, and we can move the ball well. A bit nerve-wracking on the side, because like I said, we were sort of getting in amongst them, and we could have been, again, like we see in a couple of pre-season games against Eastleigh and Watford, that we could have probably got done on the sucker punch on the counter-attack. But I thought Benny came in tonight and marshalled the defence superbly. I'm not just going to pick person out, but when you see sort of Benny in there, he seems to give us that bit of impetus and a little bit more structure and strength to us, and I'm pleased that he's come back and done that tonight, because we needed him out there. He's a big captain for us.
Few raised eyebrows round where I was when you took David Keeney's side and John Frendo off.
Well, it's just short of match fitness. Keano called over to the bench and said, I've got 2 minutes left in me. The lad worked his socks off tonight and was a massive threat for us. You know, because myself and Graham, we sat down from Saturday and we maybe the formation or personnel we played in different formation, we didn't have the whole pitch covered and we played with no width, and it didn't suit us. Tonight we just wanted to get a team expansive across the middle of the park, and Walesy on the opposite side as well. So yeah, Keno has asked to be pulled off. You know, I wouldn't have took him off normally, but he was working his socks off, and he's a bit short of match practice. Same with Rendo. I just felt at that time, with 10-15 minutes to go, just to get fresh legs on and may again stretch it and take him that way. And Loic did really well holding the ball up and chase their centre half down. So we have to make decisions on the side, and if someone's asking to come off, they've either got a problem or they're tired. So that's it.
Just a quick word about Frendo. Obviously, first game back, missed the opener. And what did you think of his performance?
I thought it was outstanding. They did exactly what we asked for him tonight. So obviously, up there on your own, you will get linked up. Keno will try and link up with you as well as Walesy, but you have to make sure it sticks. And every time it went up to him tonight, it did stick. He scored his goal. He was a real handful and a threat, and that's what he does for us. I was surprised actually he lasted as long as he did, because I didn't really think with the stop-start pre-season he's had, and we've only really had him in for a couple of sessions in the last 2 weeks since he's been away. But I think I changed Johnny sort of going on a whim myself, thinking we need to change it a little bit, but I reckon he probably could have done the full 90, so fair credit to him. I asked him to do a bit while he was away with his missus, and it looks like he has done. He's not come back any worse shape for it, so he's a real handful, and we needed that tonight, because it needed to stick better than it did Saturday. So fair play to Johnny for coming and doing that.
And then Joe Welsh as well. I mean, the fans haven't really seen too much of him. He didn't play too much in pre-season. He didn't have to do too much against Hayes. But then today, after the first goal, a couple of fantastic saves in the last 10 minutes to keep you in it.
Yeah, he got called upon. It's a difficult viewpoint from where we were, but when the guy flashed it across, I thought he's gone wide, but then the referee's obviously given the corner, so he's obviously got a hand on it. And it was, I think, identical on the opposite side about 5 minutes later. So yeah, I mean, we know what Joe's going to give us. Maybe the fans have not seen a lot of him, but tonight I thought he was big and strong. He claimed a few crosses from corners and eased the back four. He punched a couple. His kicking distribution was good, and it'll be a real confidence booster for him, because he's coming, obviously, a new side. He hasn't played as much as he would like because he had a couple of injuries, but I think tonight you could see the true value of what he'll give us, and I'm pleased for him as well. But it's an overall pleasing feeling tonight that we did it as a squad, and I'm obviously stress that to the boys again. There's a few that missed out again tonight. It's a squad game, it's a long season, and we've still got 38 games to play in the league as well as cup games.
Where do you go from here, really? Obviously a bit of an abject performance against Hayes, much better here. And what do you want at Farnborough?
I want the same as what I've just seen tonight. I don't want anything to do with what happened on Saturday at Hayes. I just said to the lads in there, we've got to build on this. This is a little bit of a platform, but when it's difficult when you know what they can do. You all see what they did tonight and how bad they were Saturday, and it's trying to get the consistency, especially in this league, that we're going to need to find a bit of consistency. Now, we will give sides a real test if we play like we did tonight, because we've got some great players in there. But I just question sometimes, and I don't know what it is or why it is, I just question a little bit of, can we raise ourselves for the games against Hayes and Yeading? Probably lads coming into that thinking, well, they got relegated last season. I try to keep the boys as focused as I can every week, but tonight I said to that these are probably one of the favourites to win the league, rightly or wrongly, I don't know, but it just sees the lads, they seem to raise their game when we've got big games, and they'll probably see the surface, and everybody raise their game tonight. We're going to need to do that in every game in the league this season, because it's a tough league. As you see tonight, they're a great side, Staines. Mark has got them playing some good stuff, but we counteracted it. We were organised. We'll need to be like that at Farnborough on Saturday, and the following week, and the following week after that. Like I say, we won't get carried away. It's one win from 2 games, and we need to first and foremost secure as many points as we can to stay in this division. That's the target. Once we do that, we can set about trying to achieve something this season.
That's one more win than Farnborough. They lost their first 2 games. Did we have somebody down there last night watching them?
No, we didn't. It's difficult, Dave, when people are working full time, and obviously I felt like doing that myself to have a look, but there's only so much workload you can go through. I've got a full-time job, and I've got a girlfriend, and this and the other, so...
Can she go?
Yeah. She's not best pleased with me the best of times, just popping in and out of the house every 5 minutes, so... No, but I'll know enough about them. I know enough about this league and players that they've got. At the end of the day, it's difficult to get to see every game and everybody play, but if we keep our end of the bargain, we play to our potential, then 9 times out of 10 it's going to be teams having to worry about us, and only hope that we can kick on and keep performing like we did tonight.
We must have a pretty full squad to go down, out there. No injuries?
No injuries. Full squad, yeah, it's good because we've got options. You see the bench tonight, again, it's a strong bench with Lowick and Warren and Elliott, Clarkey, Tom Ward was on there tonight, Howie has been, Matty Taylor and Bales. So we've got options. We needed options. We said that at the start of the season. We had to get cover for certain positions and have players that can come in. And it's difficult when you don't want, when you've got a squad of players, if you're going to change it around, you don't want to think, I'm putting a weaker player in there. And we don't think that throughout the whole squad. If we need to change something, we're putting a player on that's capable of playing for us and at this level. So pretty happy with what we've got. Over the moon that we got that reaction tonight, because it's been a tough couple of days after the Hayes and Yeading defeat on Saturday. So we're in a much better position now. We've seen what Staines are about. We're one of the better sides in the league, and we've seen that we can match them. So that'll give us a little bit of confidence as well. But like I say, I don't want to harp on about it, but we don't get carried away. The fans were tremendous tonight, made a real noise for us, and that probably lifted us. You know, we didn't. I think Saturday was a little bit dead on its feet, and we didn't really give any of the fans to get anything inspired about. But tonight they made some real noise, and they seem to love an away day. So hopefully they'll be all down there Saturday as well, cheering us on, and we can get the right result.
That's excellent. Thanks very much, Jim. Terrific spirit shown by the players today. Just a reminder then, Saints next in action on Saturday away to Farnborough. Kick-off at Cherrywood Road is at 3 p.m.